Today, we're going to talk about what Tony Robbins thinks is the number one life skill and how you can start building it today.
Life is beautiful.
So a couple of weeks ago, we were recording a batch of
Please.
Of,
All right. Enough.
So that is what this podcast would sound like if we recorded in a low energy state. And that is what we tried doing last week.
Well, that's not what we tried doing. That's what we were doing.
That's what we were doing, yes, better said. And it was pretty funny. So every week when we're done recording these episodes, I take the little SD card out of the audio recording device, I plug it into my laptop, and I start uploading them for our sound editors to go and, do their thing. And so last week, I pull out the SD card, I look at the file, and there's literally like 46 audio recordings because we showed up in one of the lowest energy states ever. I was a little sick, so a little bit of an excuse there, but still, we showed up in a horrible state, and you had to hear, like, I was going through some of these recordings because it took me so long just to find the 5 that were good out of 37 recordings that we had, and you had to hear how we sounded. It was absolutely terrible. And recording these 5 episodes usually takes us, I don't know, maybe like an hour and 15, hour and 20, because we batch them. We go 5 straight. It took us until after it was at least 6 hours, literally 5 times the amount of time it usually takes in that low energy state. And so I wanted to make an episode about this concept of state management, which Tony Robbins has taught us from going to 9 of his live events is the number one skill that you can master.
All right.
In life.
So school us on state management. What is it?
State management is basically your ability to control your energy from moment to moment. That's what state management is. Is that a good definition?
So when you're talking about state, you're saying your state of energy,
Emotional state, energy state.
your emotional state, and your energy state.
Yeah. It's like the way the amount of energy that you have in any given moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like there's high energy states where you can hear I'm in a high energy state, and then there's low energy states
Gotcha.
where I'm like really low energy and I'm down and my head is down.
Okay. So
and my
what do you
shoulders
mean
are-
by state management then?
It's your ability to change your state in an instant.
Okay.
And the way that we learn to do that, thanks to Tony Robbins, is through motion. So he says, motion creates emotion.
Yeah, that's one of the stickiest things that I pulled from Tony that's always stayed with me. Motion creates emotion.
You can't think your way out of a bad mood or out of a low state, right? You can't think your way out of it. You have to physically move your body. You have to shake it out, release that shit. And then build yourself back up.
Exactly. When you have anxiety, it's sometimes better to just go for a walk than to just sit there and try to figure out how to solve this anxiety that you
I love
have.
the way that you say the word walk.
Walk. I'm walking here.
Go for a walk.
I'm walking here.
Anyway, one of the best things that I think we've incorporated into our morning routine is every time we show up to work together, we do a state change, is what we call it.
I guess it really didn't work this day, though, when we were recording
No,
these
it
episodes.
didn't. We needed to do a little bit longer. We put on a song, we blast some music, we dance, we move around the office like lunatics. And by the end of it, you can feel like your energy is up, you're buzzing with a little bit more, and you're ready to be in a positive state. And the reason we do that is because there are some days where you show up to work and you had a rough morning. Maybe you, with your newborn, you didn't sleep as well that night. Or maybe I'm going through one of my stupid little depressive episodes. And so no matter how you show up to the office that day, this gets you to decide that you are going to move your way out of that and show up like a professional no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, and the proof is in the pudding here in the sense of like, have you ever felt like shit, gone to the gym, and then after you leave the gym, you feel like you're on top of the world?
Yeah.
Right? That's all because you used motion, right? You put oxygen and blood into your muscles and it changed your inner state and made you feel differently.
Yeah.
And you have a great analogy here, which is when you operate on low energy, it's like a phone that's operating on 2% battery. It starts getting glitchy. It takes longer to open apps, and that's how our
Takes
brain
longer
is.
to do everything.
Exactly, and that's how our brain is.
Yeah, so there's actually science that backs this up. So you know the happiness advantage, the guy Sean Aker who
Yeah.
wrote that book and also is the super viral TED Talk.
Great TED Talk.
So the whole concept is that happiness leads to success, not the other way around. And what he found is that your brain in a positive state is 31% more productive than in a negative, neutral, or stressed state. He also found that doctors are 19% faster and more accurate at diagnosis when they're primed to be positive versus neutral.
Wow.
In other words, we have the same level of intelligence day to day,
Yeah.
but your energy state unlocks how much access you have to that intelligence within you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So in a low energy state, you only have access to a limited amount of that intelligence inside of your brain. But in a high energy state, in a positive, optimistic, high energy state, you can access almost all of it.
Wow.
Which means that's why when you sit down to write an email, it could either take you 2 minutes or it could take you 2 hours to write the simplest thing. It all depends on the state that you show up in. So I want to wrap this up with a challenge for the audience, a call to action in the form of a challenge. And it is to monitor your state today and see if you can catch yourself in a low energy state at one point in the day and then do a state change. And when I say a state change, what I mean is move your body in one way, shape, or form. The easiest, most practical thing is go take a walk. Go take a walk. Another one is do some breath work, do the 3 double Ds that we've talked about, the
Yeah.
the 2 sharp inhales, 1 long exhale, that'll
Yeah.
change your physiology. Anything that gets your body moving and reset that state.
One cheat code here is to put on music
Yep, that's
that gets your body
Gets
to
the
want to
people
move.
going.
Yeah, it gets the people going.
Yeah, that's it.
Some Avicii or something.
Hell yeah. Levels, okay?
All right. Is that all? We good?
We're good.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. We love you. Peace.
Peace.